segment, our official picks. We guessed and reacted to the lines yesterday. We slept on the lines and we're feeling good about our picks. Let's remind everybody what we did last week. You can always check our picks. We always keep record of them at our website, takesbyfans.com. Then you go to the daily picks tab. So let's go to the last weekend. This is what we did last week. 4 out of 6 officially. Ravens -1.5, that hit. Saints +4.5, that hit. Bears +6.5, that one didn't hit. We lose it. I mean, the Bears lost by 7. This is the one that I'm kind of edging up into my favor a little bit because we kind of called it right. Unfortunately, the half-point hook killed us. So we get the Bears +6.5 wrong, unfortunately. Seahawks -3. Wrong all day on that one. The Bills beat them. Dolphins +4.5. We got that right. And Panthers +10. We got that right. So officially 4 of 6 last week. We did not hit our moneymaker yesterday, but we did hit our special play of Titans over 10.5. So 50-50 yesterday. Titans money line was our moneymaker yesterday, and they lost, as we just saw. Alrighty, so here are our official picks. We do 6 picks overall, and we like to break them down into 2 sections. Our first section is the lock section. These will all hit 100% guarantee. I mean, folks, we just showed you the 100% last week. These were our locks last week, folks. They all hit. Show me one that didn't hit. Show me one of these 3 picks right here that didn't hit. I can't see one. So we're looking to go another 100% in our locks. These are locks. You can bet whatever you want. $100, $1,000, $1 million. Donald Trump bet the White House on this game, on these locks here, this 3-team parlay. So these locks, our first section is the locks. These will all hit. And then, so we had 3 picks in that category. And then we have our 99% guarantee section. We feel very confident about these, but as the name would suggest, there's about a 1% chance, something that we can see going wrong that could potentially ruin the bet, but we still feel very confident taking it, and we got 3 picks in that as well. So without further ado, let's start with our locks, and our first pick in our locks section this week is going to be the Miami Dolphins -1.5. I mean, folks, can we get real for a second? If you're just objectively looking at this line, Chargers at Dolphins, Dolphins only -1.5. What are we talking about? Vegas is saying on a neutral field, the Chargers should be favored by 1.5 on a neutral. Why? They're 2-5. They can't win games. They lose close games, but that means they're not clutch, bad coaching, bad situational football. That's good. That's good to Vegas. That's more impressive than teams that are actually winning games. I must have forgotten the memo somewhere. So Dolphins getting a little disrespected here. I mean, they just went on the road, faced kind of a red-hot Cardinals team whose defense was absolutely tearing through this league before they hit the bye. So Miami got a well-rested team at home off of a bye, and we still win it and have no turnovers, but the Dolphins at home are kind of getting a little disrespected here. So we're going to obviously take advantage. We're going to beat Vegas at their own game. Dolphins -1.5. It's a lock, folks. They're at home. Tua's looking good. Yes, we don't have Preston Williams. Okay, that's not going to hurt us. Tua can throw to anybody. I truly believe that. Jordan Howard is still running the ball. Matt Breida may come back as well. So it's our defense that's going to definitely hurt the Chargers. I mean, Justin Herbert's good, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if he's faced a defense quite as good as this Dolphins defense has been. Rookie quarterback can make Justin Herbert definitely uncomfortable, and they can't win. They can't win. Yes, they'll have leads maybe early first quarter, but they don't lead at the end of the game. That's why they only have 2 wins, right? I mean, folks, this is very disrespectful. I think it's a little blasphemous if you would say that. And this Dolphins team -1.5, I think it's a lock, folks. You're basically only asking them to win. You don't really have to swallow too many points at home. Tua's 2-0 as a starter, looking good. 2 touchdowns last week. I mean, folks, the offense was scoring. We put up 34 points on the road. I cannot stress that enough. So Tua back at home, feeling even more comfortable. I mean, everything's just lining up for this Dolphins team. The Chargers, I forgot, they cannot win the game. They cannot win games. We talk about them every week. Justin Herbert getting them down, the goal line last week, having 2 shots, but they didn't convert it, so we have to count it as a loss and incomplete passes. It's unfortunate, but that is the reality that we have to live in, folks. So Chargers, they may have the lead, but it doesn't matter. They'll squander it at some point. They'll flounder. They'll get ultra conservative in their play calling. If Justin Herbert hits a 50-yard pass, his first drive, okay, it won't matter. By the fourth quarter, they'll be, dinking and dunking. It won't matter. So Chargers here, plus 1.5. There's no value in that. Dolphins at home, 2-game winning streak, feeling good, feeling confident all day. Dolphins minus 1.5. Alrighty, our next pick in our locks category, we're going to go Raiders minus 4, and it's truly just because we're over. I do like Drew Lock as a quarterback, but, what have we been doing these last 2 weeks? Waiting to the fourth quarter to put up 27 points? Are we supposed to be impressed with that? The game's already over. The game has been 75% completed, and you just now you want to play quarterback? So we're not falling for it. This Raiders team has really stepped up after that kind of bad beating down by the Bucs a couple of weeks ago. So they've kind of been on track, since that point. They're good at home. This Raiders offense, has the ability to go up and put up 30 points. They have that ability. This defense is pretty good as well by the Raiders. I like the speed of the defense here. And, Drew Lock, he hasn't been showing out here. So this Raiders defense, I think, should be able to handle the Denver Broncos. The Broncos defense, which is probably the best thing about the Broncos, they don't really travel very well. The Broncos are good defensively at home, but when they have to travel on the road, they're not that good. So they get the Raiders here. Raiders minus 4. I don't think that's too much to swallow. I think they won by 5 last week, and they were on the road. So, being at home here against, Drew Lock, another quarterback, or just a quarterback that doesn't play into the fourth quarter, that doesn't impress me, folks. I don't care about the stats at that point. The game is already over. The defense just doesn't care anymore. When you're blowing out a team, everybody's been there, whether, you were doing an actual sport or you're just doing a game or something. You've been there where, you're winning by a big margin. You lose focus a little bit. Everybody does. That's not a knock. It's just, you're like, man, I don't have to go 100%, so I'm not going to go 100%, or I'm going to try something new. Oh, I've always wanted to try this in a game scenario. We're up 21. Hey, I can do that. I can see how it works. Oh man. We got burned for a touchdown. Oh, I can't do that anymore. Well, now it was kind of a carefree, consequence-free moment here. So I think the Raiders are going to be fine here at home. The offense is good. The defense is solid. The Broncos, they don't play into the fourth quarter. Drew Lock doesn't look good into the fourth quarter. The Jerry Jeudy doesn't get the ball to the fourth quarter. Melvin Gordon wants the ball, but he doesn't get it to the fourth quarter, but he's not good anyway. So this Broncos team, they're just not good into the fourth quarter. So I'm going to expect this Raiders team to be up big by the fourth quarter and just hold on maybe if they start to come back. I really don't see any too much trouble here. Raiders minus 4, Broncos another road trip. I think this is the last road game. I think they're back at home next week, so little overlook here in the game. I only have to give up 4. I don't think it's too much. Alrighty, then we go to our last pick in our locks category, and I'm going to call this one just solely based off of narratives, truthfully. We're going to go Bucs minus 6 here. Panthers, what happened last week? They looked very good offensively. The best they've looked. Why? Because Christian McCaffrey was finally back, but he gets injured again in that game. So I think this Panthers team is going to be kind of demoralized a little bit offensively. They've lost their last 3 games, folks. It's looking bleak. Christian McCaffrey once again out. The offense was just starting to get going. So I think they take a little bit of a step back offensively. And what happened with the Bucs last week? They got absolutely embarrassed on national TV. We just put Tom Brady on the trash list. Folks, that says everything of the way that the Bucs performed last week. We hear every week that this Bucs defense is one of the best in the league. I don't see it every week. So expect the Bucs defense to step it up a little bit here. Expect Tom Brady to go and throw probably 4 to 5 touchdowns. He's going to want to air out the ball. He's going to have, Mike Evans as a touchdown, Antonio Brown as a touchdown, Scott Miller probably 2 touchdowns. So expect Tom Brady to play very, very aggressive, very vengeful, very loose. So expect the Bucs here to score a lot of points, and the Panthers not. I do like this Panthers offense even without Christian McCaffrey, but having him back for that not even whole game and then, him being taken away from the team again. I just think it's just going to crush the soul of this Panthers team. So, just because of these narratives here, Tom Brady gets embarrassed, the Panthers, get a little bit of, a step back, just getting stabbed in the gut there with Christian McCaffrey being out. That's kind of why I love the Bucs here, -6. I think they kind of win this one easily, no problem. They put up easily 35 points. The Panthers struggle to put up maybe 17, and -6, you're good to go there. So we're just going to play the narratives here. I think it's just everything's lining up perfectly for this game, and we only have to give up 6. We catch that 7 hook, absolutely good. So perfect. So these are our locks. You can bet it. We get plus 597. You put $500 on this. You're looking at $3,400. Absolutely fantastic. 3,400, folks. So we're not talking about 340. We're not talking about 34. We're talking about 3 big stacks, baby, with the mini stack of 4. However you want to look at that. All right. So those are our picks. Dolphins -1.5, Raiders -4, and Bucs -6. I thought that stack thing would sound a little cooler, but it did not come out cool at all. All right, here we go. And then we go to our last 3 picks. Our last section, our 99% guarantees. Feeling very good, but something could go wrong, and we'll tell you what that is. So we'll tell you our first pick here is going to be Texans plus 3.5. I think the Texans offense is better than, or has the ability to be better than the Browns. Deshaun Watson is better than Baker Mayfield, and the Texans have 4 wide receivers, where the Browns now, unfortunately, only probably have 1 now that OBJ's out. Couple things that are definitely going to benefit the Browns in this game. I'm not denying it. I think Nick Chubb may be back this game. I haven't been able to find anything concrete on that. And then, the Browns are coming off of a bye. So Stefanski should have had an entire week to scheme good plays for Baker Mayfield that will work against the Texans. But I just feel like this Texans team offensively, they can hang. They can put up the points. So I'm getting the Texans and 3 points here. Baker Mayfield, he's really been hit or miss. He is coming off of a bye. That's probably the only reason why I'm a little hesitant on taking the Texans plus 3.5, because the Browns are off of a bye. But I'm going to swallow it here. We still feel confident. You get that extra hook. If the Browns win by 3, you cover with that half a point. I just love it. But I just feel I love this Texans offense, and I love Atlanta's offense. I don't care about the record. I know these teams can put up the points. They have the weapons to. They have the ability to. The quarterbacks, the arms can air it out whenever they want, and they have some daring head coaches now, since they're kind of playing consequence free. Both coaches got fired, so the Texans should just still be playing loose. Still should be good to go. The offense should put up points, and I can't trust Baker Mayfield without OBJ. He only played 1 game without OBJ. He's really floundered. 6 points against the Raiders, folks, at home. Without a bye here, the Browns probably will struggle to score, but with the bye, Kevin Stefanski's going to scheme Baker Mayfield to some easy points this week, but I think the Texans offense can keep up with it. Alrighty, our second pick here is, we may sound crazy for this, but I like it. I like the points here. We're going to go Bengals plus 7. Division game. Close game. Games are close. Division games are closer. I say it every day. Bengals plus 7. All right, look. This Bengals offense, they throw the ball like 45 times every game. They air it out. They air it out every single game. So they can put up points. No doubt they can do that. The Steelers, Big Ben got a little roughed up last week. He's good to go. He's going to start. He still played in the game. He never actually went out of the game, and he still was throwing touchdown passes after the injury. So yes, he's good to go. He didn't look very comfortable in the pocket, moving kind of, it was kind of just like classic 1-2 step drop back, so he wasn't moving too much after that injury. The Steelers defense is obviously fantastic. They will cause Joe Burrow to have some trouble, absolutely. The Steelers are home. That's definitely a green flag for them, absolutely. But division game, the Bengals, they just throw the ball. That's it. They throw the ball. So I think it's definitely going to hurt the Steelers defense a little bit. The Bengals are going to be airing it out, while Big Ben he's been dinking and dunking this entire season, folks. Do not let it's Ben Roethlisberger. He's probably airing it out like Aaron Rodgers is, right? They both got arms. They're both Hall of Famers. No. This new look Big Ben is dink and dunk, unfortunately. So I think it's just going to be very vast differences here offensively. You're going to have the the gunslinger and Joe Burrow and the dink and dunker of Big Ben. When when would you have ever thought those words would be uttered, right? So I get 7 here in a division game where, we have to call it how it was. I mean, the Steelers, they kind of let the Cowboys hang around last week, right? Just a little bit. So we get the Bengals here +7. Joe Burrow's no stranger to airing it out. They're going to be airing it out this game. Joe Mixon, no Joe Mixon, it doesn't matter. The offense is kind of the same with or without him because they throw it so much. So I just love that the Bengals aired out. Joe Burrow's a good quarterback. He's the best rookie quarterback there is, in my opinion, folks. Even better than Tua, in my opinion. So we get the Bengals here. The one red flag that we kind of saw yesterday on the show was that Bengals in their other division game against the Ravens, they put up 3 points. Not good. Not good at all. Did not even cover with the +7 that we would have gotten here. So I'm gonna just think that the Steelers offense is gonna be a little limited this week, while the Bengals offense, I mean, this isn't anything new that Joe Burrow is going to see. He's going to air it out. He's going to throw the ball 45 times. Do they score in those 45 pass attempts? I hope they put up solid numbers because we're only getting 7. So we like the Bengals +7 here. And then our last bet to round out our 99% category is going to be, oh my God, we're all over the place here. All right. We're going to go Bears +3, and are we crazy again for buying into Nick Foles? Probably. You should lock me up into an insane asylum for still betting Bears +3. But, Monday Night Football, primetime game, Bears at home, and 3 points. I mean, folks, how am I not going to take the points here? How are we not taking the points here? The Vikings, what are they good at? Running. What are the Bears good at? Defense. Do you think that they're going to be able to stop the run? I hope so. I believe so. I think, Dalvin Cook, running for 200 yards every game is not something that happens. That we don't get this every season. So back-to-back games with 200 yards. Is he going to have 3? Most likely not. So we're playing that angle as well. This Bears defense is very good. He should be able to take away what the Vikings do best, which is run the ball. So now we have to trust Kirk Cousins on primetime television, who's been turning the ball over very, very much when he's asked to throw it more than 20 times. So we get Nick Foles. I mean, he's still not putting up the points. He threw it 50 times last week and still wasn't scoring. I don't know what the heck is going on. The accuracy still looks pretty good. I mean, I'm still pretty impressed with it, but he's not scoring until the fourth quarter. That is definitely, a huge red flag, especially when you're only getting 3. If you were getting, 21, you'd be like, yeah, we don't care if he scores, put up 3 points. We should still be good at that point. But Nick Foles, he's going to get me killed. I don't know. Bears +3. I got to take it. He's going to have a good game at some point, and we're just waiting for it. We get the 3 here. The Vikings, they have to depend on the run game. I expect the Bears defense to shut down the run game. Now Kirk Cousins has to pass, and when he passes, folks, he's throwing 3 interceptions a game. I mean, that's all there is to it. So we're going to get the Bears here. It's probably not a high-scoring game if the Vikings are just going to run, right? So low-scoring game. I get the 3. I get the home team. I get primetime game. I get the better defense. Close game. Let's bet a close game. Let's take the points and ride it out. So that's what we got in our 99% guarantees. Texans +3.5, Bengals +7, and Bears +3. We're taking the points, folks. You take the points. Always take the points. Most of the time, take the points. And this is +557. You put 500. You're looking at 3,200. You get a little less value with the non-guaranteed locks. I don't know what you want from me. All right. So a lot of money here. You can win it. 99% guarantees are good to go. Alrighty, now let me just quickly. We're gonna go through a couple of my favorite bets. I'm batting 80%. I'm gonna say it. I'll say it. I'm batting 80% when we do these points by a team in the first half. We just called it yesterday. Titans over 10.5. That was easy. They put up 17. No worries there. Easy. And we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 of them for you. So if you want to guarantee even more money this week, if you didn't like our locks, if you didn't like our 99% guarantees, you can bet these. These will all hit, once again, guaranteed. We are very good at these. So the first one we are going to do here is going to be Giants over 9.5 in the first half. They're at home. I mean, Jason Garrett's having, scheming good ways for Daniel Jones to move the ball down the field quickly. They can drive down the field, touchdown, field goal, very simple. You don't need 2 touchdowns, so, no worries there. Carson Wentz is turning the ball over. He's turning the ball over in the first half, second half. So, we get a turnover here, short field, easy points. We only need 2 scores, touchdown, field goal. So, no worries there. Giants over 9.5 points in the first half is a guarantee, folks. All right, so we've got that here. We can keep this one up because we can parlay these if you would like. So here we go. Giants over 9.5. So we keep that up. Alrighty, now we go to the Ravens game. Ravens and Patriots. Here we go. Who are we going to take? Well, we're not taking the Patriots because theirs is wild. We're going to take Ravens over 12.5. This offense, I mean, yes, we've all heard the narrative that, the defenses are calling out the Ravens play right before them, but you're running read option. I mean, anybody could say read option. The part of the read option is we don't know if you're keeping it or not. That's the trick of the read option. I don't care if we're running the read option because we've got multiple handoffs. That's the distraction of the read option. So, Ravens, they can score at will. They can score fast. They can score fresh. This Patriots team, Cam Newton, he hasn't been throwing touchdowns, so this Ravens defense can probably get a quick turnover, if they need to. So Ravens only 2 touchdowns here, over 12.5. It's no contest for Lamar Jackson. I mean, primetime TV, look for this Ravens team to really solidify themselves. This Patriots team is not good, unfortunately. So I really expect the Ravens to really run up the numbers here very quickly. So Lamar Jackson can score at will. They probably force at least 1 turnover off of Cam Newton because this Ravens defense is good. So, over 12.5, absolutely fantastic. Easy. All right, our third one, we are going to go. Once again, we're kind of crazy, right? The Bears can't score, but we're going to trust them to put up 10. Can we trust them to put up 10 here? Points by the Bears in the first half over 9.5. Once again, primetime television. I mean, Nick Foles, he has trouble scoring, but touchdown field goal on primetime? Come on. And the Bears defense, they have the opportunity to, have a turnover. So if they stop the run, Dalvin Cook finally fumbles, or if they start to have Kirk Cousins, or maybe they just abandon the game plan and right from the rip they have Kirk Cousins slinging it. That's a turnover right there in the first half. Absolutely. Touchdown field goal again for the Bears. We're going to trust it. Bears over 9.5. And then our final one, maybe our best one, maybe the easiest one, we're going to go Saints 49ers. And the Saints are over. Oh, no, it's went up. Oh, it's went up. We can't take it anymore. Unfortunate. Wow, this one went up an entire point. Right before the show, it was Saints over 13.5 points in the first half. Now it's Saints over 14.5. Folks, I'm the master at these, so please heed this warning. Never take these if it's over 14. You never want to take it if it's more than 14. I don't care who the team is. I never trust it because now you have to start talking about getting 17 points, 3 scores. You have to get 3 scores. You don't get that many possessions in the first half. You don't get that many possessions in a game in general. So never get anything over 14 because now you're talking 3 scores, 3 possessions. We want everything 2 possessions, touchdown, or touchdown field goal. That's all we care about. We never go over 14. Never, ever, ever. The most I've ever seen it is 16.5 for that 17. I've never seen any more than 16.5, I don't think, and I never take anything over 14. 13.5 is the cutoff. I don't even take 14 because now I have to get touchdown, and I don't even win at that point. So never take anything really over 13.5. 13.5 is the cutoff. We're only looking for 2 scores here, folks. Never trust anything where you need 3 scores. So that is definitely unfortunate because we had Saints over 13.5. The argument for that, I mean, Drew Brees, we just saw he put up 30 points. They put up all those points in the first half basically last time, so that's easy there. Nick Mullins, he turns the ball over, easy. Saints at home, defense is good, easy. I mean, folks, that one was easy. So let's see if we can find a new one. I'm trying to remember what all these were. Unfortunate. Let's see. I think Tom Brady, I think this was 14 as well. I think this was 14. If this is 13.5, we take this. Oh, yeah, okay. So we substitute it. Bucks over 13.5, kind of similar to the Drew Brees situation. I mean, we've taken the Bucks -6. The same reasons apply to the over 13.5 here. Brady's going to be slinging it from the jump, so expect this one to hit. This one's good. This one's under the 14, so we're good there. Yeah, so this is going to be it. Giants over 9.5 for the first half. Ravens over 12.5 for the first half, Bears over 9.5 for the first half, and Bucks over 13.5 for the first half. It's +779. You put $1,000 on this. You probably want to put $1,000 on this. You're looking at $8,000. That's pretty good. You want $8,000? You bet this. This hits, folks. $8,000 or $1,000 wins you $8,000, folks. These are the easiest ones to hit because everybody's good in the first quarter or in the first half. That's where a lot of people score the points. That's where the Tennessee Titans, they put all the 17 points. So if you know a team's gonna go out and be good, be competitive in this game, you take these because teams are good in the first half and then things start to get wild in the second half. You start to only punt for 16 yards. You start to miss 44-yard field goals. You start to get your punts blocked for a touchdown. So it gets real crazy in the second half. Just take first halves here. These are easy. Make it $8,000. Man, $8,000 in your pocket. You could tell your boss you quit. $8,000? Who cares? You've got $8,000 in your pocket.